Okay, this is going to start our first Warhammer game that we're filming, and over here we have Orks. This is what I'll be playing. Will is going to be playing Orks. As you can see, I've brought looted tank. This is a Layman Rust looted tank, and I have a orc truck. I have a battle wagon, another orc truck, squad of 30 orc boys. These are all shootas. As you can see there, I have a weird boy for an HQ. Also have 12 lutas, and they're kind of in this building here. So we have that. Then over here we have Eldar, and we have John playing Eldar. And so tell me, what do we have here, John? What's this army here?
Well, right here we have some Harlequins
okay.
for elites. For a heavy support, behind here we got a Falcon. And here for an HQ, I'm using a Farseer fielded with troops of Rangers.
Okay, Rangers up there.
We have 2 transports in the back, some Wave Serpents. They have various weapons. I'm using scatter lasers and missile launchers. We got a Wraith Lord right here with a sword and a Bright Lance. We got some Dire Avenger troops behind here. And the rest is in the transports.
Okay, and then again in my transports I have another HQ and a bunch more Orc boys because that's how Orcs run. And then over here we have Space Wolves, and the Space Wolf army is playing. Looks like we have a Land Raider that's going to be run as...
It's going to be a Crusader.
Okay, so Jeremy's going to run this as a Crusader, and looks like we have a heavy weapon squad, Long Fangs, and what do they have?
They're all going to be using missile launchers.
Missile launchers, okay. And then everything else you have is in reserve, right?
Except for this Rhino right here.
Okay, and then yes, of course, we have a Rhino.
And then I have 2 drop pods in reserves, and everything else is in the transports.
Okay, so that'll be the start of this first round, and this is turn 1. Will is going first over here with the Orcs, then we're going to have the Space Wolves go. He's going to have more stuff coming in reserves, and then finally the Eldar player is going to be going last. So this should be the start of round 1. I will film at the end of every round, and everyone can see what is going on. Okay, we're back. This is the end of round 1 for every player, so this is what my Orcs did. So the Orcs over here, as we see, still have the tank, still have the battle wagon with the Def Rolla, as you see the Def Rolla there. We also have a truck here, and a Warwalker tried to mess with it. Of course, it moved 19 inches, and that means he had to hit on 6s in melee. Shot a lot at it. It had cover saves. I have a mech boy in here with a force field, so it made a lot of awesome cover saves. We have a truck over here that was immobilized by a rocket from the Long Fangs.
It was from the assault cannon.
Oh, from the assault cannon, excuse me. But we have the Long Fangs they fired. They shot Chinese fireworks. Nothing really happened. And then we have the Rhino still here intact. So, for the Orcs, we killed a squad of Harlequins. I had the weird boy with 30 shooters teleport over here. As you can see, there's no more Harlequins. There's quite a few. They all died. Of course, the Eldar took out quite a bit of Orcs. We'll get to that in a second.
You had to get to a certain point without messing
and then I immobilized this Wave Serpent hiding here in the back. He got cover saves. I rolled a 6, a 6, and a 6 on a glance, and of course it's immobilized. So Jeremy, why don't you tell me what you did? So
the drop pod came down right over here, deviated a couple inches. The Dreadnought came out, used the heavy flamer, ended up taking out 5 lutas. And then unsuccessfully used the missile pod from the drop pod and ended up not doing anything.
And of course, as you see here, the squad is falling back. Unless I roll under their leadership of 7, they're not going to regroup. And hopefully they will regroup. So we'll see what happens later. You also, you shot my truck, we mentioned that. And then John, of course, took out most of these squad of Orcs over here, doing about 28 wounds. Got some not so good rolls, and the immobilized kind of hurt him over here because he had to deploy the squad here to shoot at the Orcs. Anyway, that's the end of turn 1. We're going to see what happens. Maybe some things will change. It looks like the Orc player is doing pretty well. He just lost 1 squad, about 200 and some odd points. We have the Eldar over here. He lost a squad of Harlequins. How many points is that about, if you were to guess?
They're 18 points a model with a Shadow Seer at her. She's a 30-point upgrade, and I usually give all my normal ones kisses, which is a 4-point model upgrade. So we probably lost about the same amount of points. It's hard to tell unless we all actually calculate.
So it's about the same, and then of course over here, just the tank was immobilized. Nothing, or excuse me, the truck was immobilized. So we'll see what happens in the following of round 2. This is the top of round 2, and I'll film again at the end of round 2. Okay, this is the start of turn 3. As we can see, the Land Raider opened up, and we have a bunch of Marines out there. But we'll start with the Orc player. As you can see, the Orc player had a truck here. It was immobilized. He got some guys out of it. Tank busters got out. They tried to hurt the Land Raider. Nothing happened. They fired at it. They were only 2 inches away.
They immobilized it.
Oh, yeah. Wait, I immobilized it. That's right, with some missiles. Got a lucky glance. However, they failed to make the assault through cover. I needed probably a 3, and I got a 2. They got counter-swept and messed up by some, what are those called?
Blood claws.
By blood claws. Okay, so the blood claws took them out. In the back, I have another squad that got out. This is the Knob squad that I'm running. There's no power claws on it, and I see that now, and I really regret that. Okay, we have my battle wagon here with the Def Roller here. It ran into the Wraith Lord. It got 2 wounds on it. The Wraith Lord failed to do anything. He just got out of the way. Just took the wounds and got out of the way. The Wraith Lord then again came over here and busted out the Bastion. That was the objective. Now the Bastion is a giant crater. The Orc squad over here that was there is now gone. Taken out by
Avengers.
Avengers killed them. So the Avengers killed them nice and dead. I had a truck that moved around. It came in between these Eldar over here, and they took out some more Avengers, I believe. And we have, what else? Oh, okay.
Drop bod killed.
Yeah, the drop bod killed 3 Ludas over here. It has the missiles, Cyclone missiles, I believe. And we have the Dreadnought that killed, or it wrecked my looted tank, so there's the wreck right there.
And we have a Wave Serpent that's supposed to be here.
There's a Wave Serpent here, but it lost all its guns and is immobile, so I mean, we could destroy it, but we're just going to pull it off the table since it's not going to do anything. This is objectives. It's not going to change anything. So we have 1 objective currently held by 20 Orcs. We have 1 giant contested objective, and no one, it looks like, is close enough to the 3rd objective. This is round 3, and we will see what happens. It looks like the Space Marine player has almost all of his stuff left, and the Orc and the Eldar player went kind of gung-ho at each other, and we'll see what happens post-game. All right.